October 5th, 1813. A Shawnee war chief stands before his warriors, his face painted black, a mark his people used only for the dead. He turns to his men and says he senses something coming. Not victory, not retreat, an ending. Hours later, he's dead. And with him dies the largest Native American alliance ever built to stop the United States. His name was Tecumseh, and he didn't just lead a tribe into battle. He tried to do something no one before him had ever pulled off: unite dozens of separate, often rival nations into a single confederacy stretching across half a continent. He grew up watching his world shrink. His father was killed by American militia when Tecumseh was just a child. He fought in his first battles before he was even a teenager. But Tecumseh came to believe something most leaders before him hadn't fully grasped. No single tribe could stop American expansion alone. They'd been losing one by one for decades. So Tecumseh set out to do the impossible. Tribe by tribe, council by council, he traveled thousands of miles, convincing rival nations who'd fought each other for generations to set aside their differences and unite against one common threat. It worked. By 1812, Tecumseh commanded a confederacy of more than 10,000 people, drawn from over 30 different tribes, one of the largest coordinated Native alliances in American history. When war broke out between the United States and Britain, Tecumseh saw an opportunity and allied with the British. And almost immediately, his strategy proved devastating. At the Siege of Detroit, Tecumseh's warriors helped a force of just 700 British soldiers bluff and pressure 2,500 American troops into surrendering the fort without a fight. For a moment, it looked like Tecumseh's vision might actually work. But alliances built on promises are only as strong as the people who make them. When the war turned against the British, Tecumseh's own ally chose to retreat, abandoning the land Tecumseh had sworn to defend. Tecumseh confronted him in fury, comparing him to a frightened animal fleeing with its tail between its legs. The British retreated anyway. Tecumseh refused to run. With fewer than 500 warriors left at his side, badly outnumbered, he made his final stand at the Thames River in Upper Canada. He told the men around him he had a feeling about that day, an unshakable sense that something dark was coming. Then he painted his face black, the color of death and mourning, and rode into battle anyway. By the end of the day, Tecumseh was dead. His body was never identified for certain. But his confederacy didn't survive him long either. Within days, the alliance he'd spent years building collapsed. The tribes who'd stood together scattered, and organized native resistance east of the Mississippi was never the same again. He never got to see the nation he dreamed of. But for one brief moment in American history, more than 30 tribes stood as one because of a single leader who refused to believe defeat was inevitable. If you enjoyed this story, like this video, drop a comment with Tecumseh, share it with someone who loves history, and follow for more incredible true stories they didn't teach you in school.